Johnny Carson, born John William Carson on October 23, 1925, in Corning, Iowa, came of age during the Great Depression, absorbing lessons in grit and determination from the start. As a kid, he fell hard for magic, wowing friends and neighbors with card tricks and sleight-of-hand wonders, long before imagining himself at a late-night desk. That budding passion for the spotlight laid the groundwork for his future, instilling a quiet confidence and innate showmanship that would define him. Fresh out of high school, he joined the U.S. Navy amid World War II, serving as an ensign on the USS Pennsylvania. The duties were grueling, but he still squeezed in performances for his shipmates, honing his entertainer's edge. After the war, he headed to the University of Nebraska to study radio and speech, sharpening his voice and presence. There, his flair for comedy and impeccable timing shifted from fun to fate, a true vocation taking shape. The 1950s marked Carson's entry into showbiz as a TV writer and host in Los Angeles. His breakthrough arrived courtesy of Red Skelton, who handed him a fill-in spot that showcased his razor-sharp mind, effortless humor, and easygoing vibe, propelling him upward. In 1962, he stepped up to replace Jack Paar on The Tonight Show, a move many deemed doomed, yet it became a broadcasting miracle. For 30 years, until hanging up his mic in 1992, Carson ruled late-night airwaves. Night after night, millions gathered for his signature monologues, laced with clever jabs at politics, pop culture, and the mundane. His wit cut deep but stayed kind, clever yet cozy, like a confidential chuckle with a buddy. He was an improv wizard, spinning gold from flubs, pauses, or surprises. Bits like Karnak the Magnificent and Art Fern etched themselves into legend, blending character sketches seamlessly into the format. Arguably his biggest legacy? Elevating newcomers. That iconic couch was a launchpad for comics, actors, and singers alike. For rising stars like David Letterman, Jerry Seinfeld, and Ellen DeGeneres, a post-set invite was the golden ticket, a nod that could rocket them to fame. As mentor and tastemaker, Carson molded the trajectory of U.S. comedy and entertainment with lasting influence. He bowed out in May 1992 with poise and class, his swan song pulling in over 50 million, a salute to his cultural sway. He slipped into seclusion, dodging the public eye and stirring fond pangs for a time when late night felt close, candid, and magical. His exit closed a chapter. Successors have tried, but none matched his magnetic mix of charm, rhythm, and broad allure. Carson's off-screen world was a tangle of romances that mirrored his hunt for connection amid the juggle of stardom and domesticity. He tied the knot first in 1949 with Jody Morrill Walcott, his college love, back when he was grinding in radio and local TV, dreaming big. She offered the steady anchor a young, hopeful craves. They welcomed 3 sons, Christopher, Corey, and Richard, who anchored his private narrative, despite his job's pull away from hearth and home. Early harmony frayed under career climbs and clashing needs, dissolving in a 1963 divorce after 14 years, a poignant pivot point. That very year, he wed ex-model Joanne Copeland, plunging her into the glitzy grind of hitching to TV's hotshot. Fresh off grabbing The Tonight Show, Carson's star soared, and they posed as the chic duo at Tinseltown bashes. But his grinded-out drive, notorious wandering eye, and fame's glare wore them down over 9 years, ending in a splashy 1972 split with settlements that spotlighted his skyrocketing worth. And on divorce day from Joanne, he leaped to wife number 3, model socialite Joanna Holland in 1972. She added sleek poise to his orbit, and they clicked amid his late-night throne. Their 13-year run spanned his empire-building and fortune-amassing, crowning him TV's top earner. Yet rifts over habits, seclusion, and spotlight stress doomed it, culminating in 1985's blockbuster divorce, her payout hitting 8 figures, one of the era's priciest. It soured him on wedlock. He'd riff on alimony's bite in monologues, flipping heartache into hilarity. 2 years single later, he bet again in 1987 on Alexis Moss, a non-showbiz type craving calm over cameras. Her grounded vibe delivered the ballast he'd chased before, bonded by wanderlust as he eased his workload for lazier days. It held till his end, the steadiest of all, and pals noted how she gifted him true ease in twilight. Across it all, he fathered those 3 boys from Jody, navigating the perks and pitfalls of celebrity spawn. A guarded soul, he walled off family from fans, but dadhood wove deep, if uneven, into his tale. The gut wrench was losing Richard in a 1991 auto wreck at 39, a blow that shattered him, Bearing boundless paternal love despite work's wedge, Carson had a knack for mining the mundane into mirthful nuggets. One evening, with his sly, conspiratorial air, he rolled out a tongue-in-cheek tally of actors women loved to hate. No meanness in him. He danced that fine edge of fact and fancy, each drop laced with a wink, elbow, and that crooked smile signaling half-serious tops. Kicking off with Burt Reynolds, he eased back, fiddled his tie, and grinned. Bert's the lone wolf who bears his chest, and dames dial out. That statch? It's plotting an exit for greener pastures. Laughter erupted. Bert's bravado charmed some, chafed others, and Carson nailed the split. Robert Redford followed, near blasphemy in Starland. Brows up, shoulders shrugged. No shade. He's a knockout. So fine even glass fogs up. But gals whisper that post-Redford chat, subtitles beckon. Dreamboat till the tree hug talk hits. Then it's watch check city. A gentle rib at how his gravitas could eclipse the glow. Marlon Brando couldn't dodge it. The Titan turned enigma. Timing flawless, Brando. Acting God. But truth? He garbles like linguinis lodged. Dates? Sweet murmurs or marinara bids? Who knows? Vintage Carson, Leoneizing while leveling. Jack Nicholson lit the room. Eyes narrowed, head cocked in mimic. This guy's leer says he owns your skeletons, and invoices the reveal. Gals gripe he doesn't converse. He circles. Cozy meal? Boom, shining redux. Roars rose, evoking that arched brow menace. Sylvester Stallone earned a casual lift. No beef with Sly. Rocky's epic. But wooing with that rumble? Like courting grit. They adore him, just pine for captions. Brando Sly synergy? Date night, CC pioneer. Dry zinger, dead on. Clint Eastwood drew skeptical hums, but Carson pressed. Dig Clint. Harry, the ranges, peak macho. Yet dames confess it's stone talk. One glare, debate over. No marble monologuer. They crave thaw, not Rushmore standoffs. The roof raised, capping with Warren Beatty. Voice hushed like gossip. Warren? Wooed Tinseltown's roster, backups linger. Hate. He aces scripts but ghosts names over nosh. Mic drop. Endgame. Not just roasts, but a sly spotlight on Idol's itches. I sparkle. Tick perfect, he flipped heartthrobs to punchlines. Charm intact. Holding court for 3 decades. March 19, 1999, blindsided the icon who'd scripted late-night lore. At his Malibu manse, a brutal heart attack struck, paramedics racing him to Santa Monica's ER. Clogged pipes spelled doom. Docs carved a quadruple bypass, a brutal fix for tolls from vices he'd mined for millions of yucks. The root? Chain-smoking's chokehold, unbroken for years. Early tonight runs showed him sparking mid-quip, casual clouds curling as he bantered. He'd copped to 4 Pall Mall packs daily, a hall screaming stress and snare. By 70's midpoint, Stark stares at his drag. These killers, half-gag, full omen. Brother Dick echoed in-game curses. Those cursed smokes, comfort turned Carver. Doc alerts and anti-smoke waves? Too late. Scars ran deep. September 2002 brought emphysema's verdict, lungs ravaged by the burn. Showman to the last, he brushed it off. No death sentence. Fanning fanned faith in his fortitude. Reality? Steeper slide for the once invincible king, the unflappable laugh lord who'd warmed homes for 30 years. January 23, 2005, sealed it. At 79, Cedars-Sinai claimed him via emphysema-fueled respiratory collapse in LA. It shuttered TV's golden stretch, a siren on tobacco's terror. Masses grieve their nightly pal, the timing titan, yet tributes tangled all with ache, his prime pruned by the habit he'd wisecracked through. Irony sharp as his best, he'd have met it with that knowing smirk.